Hello everyone. Alright, time for another live feed. Haven't done one of these for a little while, it feels. See if I can shoot out some invites real quick, because that's what we do here. If I can do it without pushing my phone over, that'd be lovely. Right, there's some of those out. Wicked. I'm going to keep having some coffee while I wait for some of you guys to join us. Hannah's joined us. Thanks for joining, Hannah. So I'm going to have some more of my coffee while I wait for you guys to join. I don't know how many people will join today, given what time it is and whatever else, but we'll see. Got some cool stuff planned. Well, not really cool. I'm going to show Hannah's truck progress. That's cool. My bench is full of crap. I've got shit everywhere. I'm going to show some stuff I picked up last night, talk about some stuff I've got coming in. Big announcement. It's a big announcement coming. That light is right in my way. Yes, so some cool stuff happening. Just going to wait for a few more of you guys to rock up. Whilst you do, I'm going to get myself organised. I want to do a little bit of soldering today whilst we're doing this stuff. So I want to do some soldering. For those of you who don't know how to solder, I can teach you how roughly to do it. I'm not an expert. I won't say that. Someone else has joined us. I can't see who it is, but they're here. Thanks for joining, whoever you are. So yeah, wait for some of you guys to rock up, and then we'll sort of get into everything I've got here. I've got a lot of crap on the bench. A lot. Picked up a pretty good bargain last night. That's one of the things we're going to talk about. A local guy was selling off some of his quadcopter drone / whatever gear. So keep your eyes out. If you see this stuff come up, there's a chance you can pick up a sweet deal. And last night I got a sweet deal. So good. Drew's joined us. Thanks for joining, Drew. Thanks for being here, mate. So yeah, we're going to talk about all that. We're going to talk about the little forklift I got from Ian Wall. Ian runs BCRC semi-trucks and trailers, I think it's called. Picked up a Carson forklift from him. So we're going to talk about that. I did show you guys some pictures, but you haven't really seen it, so I'll show you that. Drew says, hey bro, what's up, fella? So yeah, we're going to talk about some cool stuff. Rob Maz has joined us. Thanks for being here, Rob. Speaking of Robert, I'm going to put in an order with Rob in the next couple of days, probably today, for some more goodies. I want to get some upgrades for my Demon. There is now Gen 1 brass dealies for the diffs. Going to get some of those. Going to get myself a light bar. Going to get some more upgrades for the PG4. So don't stray too far away from your interwebs, Rob, because I'm going to put in an order. Adam's joined us. Thanks for joining, Adam. Daniel's joined us. Thanks for joining, Daniel. So yeah, I'm going to get some fancy bits from across trucks. So hopefully the next feed we'll do a bit of a cross RC upgrade bit install dealie, something along the lines. So that'll be cool. Right, we're getting some more rocking in. We've got 7 here apparently. Don't know who the 7th is. Facebook's not great at this. I'm smashing down coffee, my favourite coffee cup. Drop a link later if you want one of these. They're good. Ralph's joined us. Looking forward to seeing the truck. Adam's just sitting up at the hospital. Everyone give Adam a bit of a congrats. Adam and his partner had a little baby just the other day. So congratulations, Adam. Well done, buddy. Johnny Rains has joined us. Johnny, you put a comment here a second ago, bro, and I didn't see what it said. Sitting at work. What, are you watching this at work? Dude. Just stopped in to say g'day. Daniel, how's the wife's Cascadia going? She's not the wife just yet. Couple of months. Actually, less than a couple of months. Hannah's watching right now. Everyone say hello to Hannah. Jason May's joined us. Robert, you need decals, shirts. Yes, I do. I have a few other bits to surprise you with. I like surprises, Rob. So wicked. I will get on to you as soon as this finishes. Love it. Kevin's joined us. Tony's joined us. Thanks for joining, fellas. Right, so I'll start getting into the nitty-gritty of what's been going on. Like, I'm not just going to jump straight into where Hannah's at, because we've got to try and drag this stuff out. That's what we do here. Tony says he's still at work. Don't feel bad, Tony. Johnny's at work too. So, what should I show first? Should I show some of the bargain that I got last night? Should I show the Carson forklift that I got from Ian Wall? Should I... I'm not showing Hannah's stuff yet. What should we show first? You let me know while I continue to drink my life juice. This stuff's brilliant. Yes, so we've got some exciting stuff. Try Red Bull, gives you wings, they say. Don't like the stuff, man. Even with vodka, it's terrible. Adam wants to see the bargain I got. That's one tick for the bargain. You're winning so far, Adam. Tony wants to see the bumper. There it is, Tony. Right up there, mate. Bumperino. For the TRX4 lovers out there and people that like their Samix goodies, there's more Samix stuff coming for this. Stay tuned. Trust me, there's some really impressive stuff coming from Samix, and you're going to want it on your truck. Rob, anything new? New to me? Yes. Got some new to me stuff right here, and I think that's what we'll start with. Johnny wants to see last night's bargain as well. So, without further ado, let's start ripping into it, because I'm so pumped. I got a steal last night. I robbed the guy. I didn't actually rob him, but for the bargain I got, you'd have swore I broke in and raided the place. Okay, so last night I spent 200 Australian dollars, right? You can figure out that's like $2 American, or figure out your own currency differences. Anyway, first things first, I'll show you the two easy parts first. I got a brand spanky doodle, that means brand new, brand spanking new Turnigy 3000 milliamp 3-cell LiPo. 2 of. Okay, so we got 2 of those bad boys. Depending on how this feed goes and how much time I've got, etc., I'm going to snip these off and I'm going to solder on Dean's plug, because I run Dean's. If you don't like that, there's the door. So I'm going to possibly solder those on during the feed. So we've got 2 of those last night, which I don't know what they're worth, but I know 3S LiPos aren't cheap. Okay, remember, $200 Australian was the total that I spent last night. So we got those. Then, all right, I'll jump straight to this one. I got one of these. Now, before you guys say, but you ordered one, it's in the mail. Yes, I did order one. I ordered one yesterday, and then I jumped on Gumtree and I found one of these, and I was like, damn it. So I shot the guy a message. Originally, this is what I was after. Like I said, he had a heap of drone gear for sale, and I was like, oh, I want that controller. Dude, how much for the lipos and the controller? And he's like, oh, I don't really know what they're worth. So I'll give you $100 if you take it. Okay. These cost $100 by themselves. Okay? Without the module. That's this bit in the back here. So I scored this for the digger. You know what that means, don't you? Johnny's saying 200. What? He's saying 200 New Zealand for a 3S LiPo? For one LiPo, 200 New Zealand dollars? That's crazy. You need to move to Australia, bro. It's much nicer here. We've got some sweet beaches too. Anyway, so I picked up this wicked 9XR from Turnigy. The mindset was, I want to use this with the digger, so that the brand spanky doodle 9X Pro that's coming can be used with Hannah's truck. So didn't that all work out swimmingly? So last night I started to beep with this, and it frustrated the crap out of me, won't lie. I'm used to Spectrum stuff. It is simple, straight to the point, easy to use. When you go from using something you're familiar with and then you go to something like this, it is difficult to wrap your head around it. Keith from RC Mart's joined us. Everyone say hello. Thanks for joining, Keith. I really appreciate it, buddy. Lost my train of thought then. So yeah, started playing with this last night, had zero luck. None. Nada. Zip. Did a bit of research, and apparently with the older controllers, this is only the 9X, not the 9XR Pro. Sorry, it's a 9XR. The pins in the modules can be a bit sensitive. Okay, snowflakes, some of you guys call them. This morning, had a bit of play with the pins, popped the module back in. Ta-da! Works a treat. I think the previous owner, great guy, nice guy, looked after me really well. When he was putting the module in, one of the pins was actually bent over a bit, so he put the module in and it just pushed it out of the way. It didn't actually go in the slot. I think that was the issue. So yes, I can confirm, and I will upload a video to the page later on today because I'm excited. can confirm now this operates the Brooder RC digger conversion. I've got to try and remember which one I'm facing. This here, side to side, turns the digger around, smooth. Up and down controls your main boom arm lift, not the outie arm. A lot of people do not know. How many channel is it? 9. But you can go through the firmware and such and play with 16 channels. Haven't wrapped my head around that yet. But apparently you can play with switches and make them do different things. Apparently. Well, all I've done at the moment is this controls the slew, the round and round of the main boom up and down. This controls the boom out and in and the bucket grab. These two dealies, known as dials, potentiometer switches, they control the tracks. Genius. The reason I used these, and this is the reason I got the controller, I wanted to be able to control each track smoothly. And I can with these. It's wicked. It's not uncomfortable, for me it's not anyway, to hold the controller and move those to make the digger drive. With the DX6 I couldn't do that. So, score! So I don't know, if you worked out the value between the lipos, I haven't looked them up. I would have to assume I got that for about $20 with a receiver and the batteries for $80 because the batteries aren't cheap, especially where Johnny lives. Johnny is saying, cool mate, gotta run. Have fun at work, bro. Have fun at work. So bloody score. Alright, keep your eye out in the gum trees, the Facebook marketplaces, because that's where bargains are to be had. And now, that's not all. There's more. Okay? And it's not steak knives. Okay, so the dude was into the drones and that sort of such, which is cool. That's fine. Not a fan myself. I mean, I like what they do. I don't think I'd drive one though, because I'd probably crash it. Rob's into his drones. If you want to know about drones, talk to Rob. So anywho, Rob will be able to tell us straight away if this was a score. I have had a bit of a word with Christian. He knows about drones too. He reckoned it was a score. So what I got was, can't believe this, check that out. Fat Shark Dominator V2 FPV goggles. Like, I mean, I had a light switch moment last night. It was like, goggles. A digger with FPV. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Genius. So, the dude brought the extra antenna fancy dealy. I don't know how much that cost him. I can only imagine it wasn't cheap. These, from my research, recommended retail price in US dollars is $4.49. I paid $200 all up, let's remember. So I got this, the goggles. Now, it's all well and good to have goggles, but you've got to have camera to go with it, don't you? Ugh. I got the whole setup. Battery for the goggles, the camera, the fancy antennae for the thing. These are replacement upgrade ones, so far as I'm aware. The normal ones are just your typical old Spectrum bendy style ones. A lot of controllers have them. So we've got a little 2S LiPo for the goggles themselves. I do have to make up myself a little charge adapter plug to go from this to a Dean's, which shouldn't be difficult, rather. There's our little camera with a massive blob of silicone stuff. That can go. There's our little camera, which will be mounted, I'm thinking, up in the cab of the digger. I mean, pumped. And so easy to use. I've never used anything like this. Plug your battery in, 2 or 3S it will take. Plug your battery into the goggles, done. It's working. So, wicked. Scored myself some goggles, 2 lipos, the controller, everything, $200. It's just crazy. I don't know. The amount of money that's got the case with the goggles too. The amount of money that these alone are worth in Australia is around $600. Let alone the lipo, the controller. I think that was all I got. Lipo, receiver, controller, goggles, stuff. I mean, it's just crazy. What's on the agenda, says Zach. Zach's joined us. Well, I was just been showing off, Zach, a bit of what I bought last night on the McCheaps. Hit up a dude on Gumtree. Around the world, most people have Gumtree. Picked up this bad boy, which now controls the digger. Mint. If you want to see all the exact details, you're going to have to go back and watch. People get crabby if I redo the whole bit. 2 brand spanking new 3S 3000 milliamp lipos. Picked up those. And Fat Shark FPV goggles and camera and such and everything. Got it all for $200, mate. Cheap. Stupid cheap. Can't believe it. What a deal that was. You know how sometimes you buy something, you almost feel bad when you leave it? That's how cheap it was. Almost felt bad. I said to the guy, look, if you're happy to do it, so he was happy to do it, apparently. Just going to take this little fancy extension antenna bit off, because then the goggles fit in the case properly. But yes, pretty happy with that. So now I'm going to toy with the idea of FPV for the digger, or a crawler, or a truck, or whatever I want. I've got FPV goggles. So yes, cool stuff. The case, man, that's wicked. Right, I'm going to have a swig of my coffee now that I've got that out of the way. And then I think we'll do Carson forklift. What do you reckon? You want to see a Carson forklift? Pretty damn cool. Cheers. Zach, who did I steal that from? Just a local dude, man. He advertised a heap of drone stuff on Gumtree, local buy sell thing, page, website. He had a heap of stuff. He had a heap of stuff that I'd never used, and it was like, oh, I don't want that stuff. So I just said to him, how much for the lipos, the controller? That was regionally all I wanted, and then I saw the FPV gear and I went, I wonder how cheap I get that for. So I said, dude, if you're happy, $100, I'll take the FPV gear too. Okay. I was in the car so quick it wasn't funny. Right, so that's that. So we get me coffee. Now, obviously, so I mean, a lot of you guys have seen pictures of this little thing. I say little, it's actually pretty big. Check that out. I love this stuff. I really do. It's wicked. This is a Carson forklift, RC forklift. Now, these come completely ready to run. Weight, it's nearly as heavy as that little Bronco. That's a little MST Bronco for anyone wondering. So we've got the little forklift. Comes with a dude, comes with a working light. Working light's on here. Let me just... Comes with its own 6-channel controller. These are 100% ready to run. Okay? You get batteries for the controller, batteries for the fork. The fork only runs off like 4 AA's. I'm going to see if I can somehow fit a small lipo in there, because that'd just be awesome. So we've got the little fork, we've got the controller. You get a little box. Funnily enough, has Tammy written on it. Little box, a pallet, which is here somewhere. You get a pallet, which is cool. Scale goodies. I actually have got some pallets coming from Ian Wall. He does little CHEP wooden pallets. Pictures to come when they get here. So this is your controller. Switch that on. Battery it's still got battery power. Lovely. Not a bad looking little thing, really. Okay. Now just make sure my trims aren't all up the bums. Right. Now, I've got to remember what does what. That drives forwards. This is probably wrecking your eardrums, so rip ear users, sorry about this. I mean, check it out. Light switch. There we go. A must have. These things are cool. Now, I'm not going to drive it around and that sort of thing too much. Honesty hour, they're not crazy cheap. I think it was about $300 Australian for this thing. But they're bloody cool. They are. They do need a bit more weight in the back, right? And they do need a stronger servo, which, so far as I can tell from my investigations, I have opened it up. It shouldn't be too hard to put a strong micro servo in there. You will have to do a tiny little bit of cutting and shutting, but nothing drastic. It wants a stronger servo, more weight in the back. By the time you pick up a bit of weight, it lifts up 200 grams. Doesn't sound a lot, but when you're lifting a little pallet with a few boxes and all that, 200 is plenty. A few little touches with this, and it'd be brilliant. If anyone from Carson watches this, better servo, bit more weight. A little bit more lift power, just because there's going to be that guy out there that goes, I want to lift up the front of my truck. So, look, wicked stuff. RC construction stuff is a different sort of fun to this. I love this. I started out with the drift stuff. I moved to this because, I mean, crawling's wicked. And then I got into the trucks and such, and it's a different form of fun that's awesome fun. That's what it is. I mean, check them out, man. Based on a real Lind H40D forklift. They're pretty cool. I will drop a link to Aussie Trucks and Trailers, and you can check out all the other stuff Ian's got. But if you want a cool little forklift that is pretty wicked fun to drive around, if I'm honest. Can't wait for these pallets to turn up. Check them out. They're awesome stuff. Bloody good fun. Fred's joined us. Hamish says, that's pretty sick. Yes, it is. Ralph, that controller I use on my trucks, 4-channel and a 14-channel. I believe there's a few different styles of those Carson controllers. I'm sure, Ralph, you probably know more than I do about it, mate. I've seen a few extra bits and bobs where you can add switches and all that sort of stuff. They do heaps of different ones with lots of different channels and all that sort of thing. I don't mind it. For the money, you're essentially, I mean, that'd have to be around $100 controller, guesstimates. The controller's got to be worth around $100. You've got sound kit, you've got lights, you've got the fork itself, all the batteries. If you work it all out, you probably pay about $120 for the fork. The rest of your money covers the RX, the TX, the batteries, all the other stuff that comes with it. So it's pretty cheap, really. When you sit there, and it's Zach said it's not sick, it's Mickey Mouse. Zach's catching on. Well done, sir. Wicked little thing. If you're into RC construction and you want to, like the flatbed trailer I've got just over here, that's going to go behind Hannah's truck. Got to load it somehow. You can't have the hand of God in there putting stuff on the trailer. That wouldn't be very realistic, would it? No. So there's the forklift. Lovely. Right. Set that aside. I'm starting to peel through it now. I think I'm actually to a bit of a... We're at Hannah's truck time, I think. If you want to see Hannah's truck, smash some likes. They're free. That's good stuff there. Right, I'm going to move the chair back a bit. So, yeah, come on. If you want to see where Hannah's at with her truck, show me. Whilst you're smashing some likes, I see some starting to come through now. I'm just going to snip off some battery leads. $200 in Norway on the 14 channel, $160 for the 6 channel. Really? Bloody hell. So they're actually pretty well priced then, those things. That's good. We've got so many likes, I'm going to leave my crap aside till later. Right. So as we all know, and for those that don't, I bought Hannah a truck. She said she wanted one. To my surprise. Said she wanted a truck, so I was like, all right, I'm going to get you one. I showed her all the trucks that Tamiya make, because if you're going to buy a truck generally, you get a Tamiya truck. Showed her all the trucks they make, and her favourite was the Cascadia, which is the big fancy, the latest one that Tamiya bought out, to my knowledge. Anywho, so as you guys seen from the couple of pictures the other day, she's actually been sitting down and she's been ripping into it, which is bloody awesome. She's barely asked for any help at all, and when she does, it is, have I done this right? I think 99% of the time it's like, yep, you have, off you go, and she just keeps going. There's probably 1 or 2 times where I'll say, you just need to make sure this is here or whatever, and then she goes and does it anyway. So, which is bloody awesome. So, she's been at it again. She was at it again last night. She was at it again a little bit this morning. Check it out. Have a look at it, would you? Like, the girl's been busy. Now, keep in mind, this is the first RC she's ever built. Ever. Check it out. pro job or what? I've got to tell you, I'm pretty proud of the girl. She's smashing it out. When I say she's smashing it out, she's not rushing it, but she's done such a bloody good job for someone that's never built an RC before. How good a job has she done? I mean, I originally, I'm going to move back because I'm going to knock it off the bench. Originally, I said to her, look, I'll build the gearbox for you, possibly the diffs, you build the rest. She's built the diffs. She come over to me and said, is this how it's supposed to go with the bearings, where they seated? Other than that, she's built it all herself. She's gonna build the gearbox herself too. Props. Mad props, because that thing can be a pain in the ass. There's no two ways about it, can be. So she wants to do that herself. I mean, it's so smooth. She's done a bloody brilliant job. So Tony, no more excuses, right? Get a kit and build one. I mean, challenge has been laid, mate. Hannah's smashing this thing out. She's doing an awesome job. So, build a kit, Tony. Check it out. That's wicked. Really, really wicked. Now, anyone that knows Tamiya trucks will go, well, you got servos in there, because we haven't got the servos yet. Okay. And given this is much like my Ford was, I didn't put my servos in to start with either. I waited until I got the servos that would work with it. You can pop those in damn near any time, so we're not stressed about that. 3 cheers for Hannah. She's knocked us out of the park. Couldn't be prouder of her. Eh? What do you reckon? Smash some likes and loves if you love the progress she's made on the truck. Now, I know Tracy Inglis and Mr. Chris Leach, they were harassing me last night saying, come on, we want to see where she's at with the truck. Well, this is where she's at. It's got wheels on it, man. Like, it's the hard parts. Actually, the hard part's the gearbox, but the hard part's just about done. She has started on the transmission, and I'm not going to get my fingers in there if I can help it. It'd be crazy if she could build that trans first go by herself. That's awesome. Jim says, love it, teaching my daughter to RC crawl. Wicked. Get the kids involved. Too many kids these days sit down and just do nothing all day. So if you can get them outside, get them playing with the RC stuff, building it massive props. Like if they want to sit down and they want to build this stuff and learn how screws and bolts and all that sort of stuff work, that might sound pretty simple to a lot of people, but these little things help people later on in life. So this is awesome. I'm really quite proud of her, actually. So yeah, good on you, love. Great stuff. That's awesome, I reckon. That was pretty much all I planned. I was going to do some soldering. If you want to see me do some soldering, we can stick around for that. This doesn't have to be a massively long live feed. Realistically, the whole live feed was done for this. This is what it was for. I threw the last night's bargain in so we could have that build up. Oh, that's a big announcement. I haven't done that yet either. So, let me check it out. This truck is actually bigger than mine. I've been hearing about that too, don't worry. Oh, my truck's bigger than yours. Yeah, my truck's finished. Anywho, so that's the truck. That's awesome. She's done an awesome job with that. I'm going to get Hannah to start posting up pictures of this as she continues with the progress. I know she's watching. So I'm going to get her to post up more pictures of this as she builds so that you guys can see how she's going as she's going with it. Right. Now, if I can get this truck off my soldering iron cord. Come on, truck. I may do a little bit of soldering because I've got to solder here. I've got to solder new plugs on. I hate soldering battery plugs, I really do. Especially when I can't find half my stuff because Hannah's pinched it. I came in here the other night to work on my stuff. It's like, the hell was that? I'm looking, and I'm looking, and I'm looking, and then I go out to the bloody dining table, and Hannah's got half my stuff out there. Ruffle, let's see it. What do you want to see, mate? Sorry, what Tony said. What do you want to see? Did I miss something there? I probably did. I do that. So, yeah, if Whatever it was, mate, let me know. While I'm stuffing around, how do we put a pic in a live stream? I don't think you can. I don't think there's an option to actually put a photo in the comments of a live stream. So, well done, Facebook. That's not my fault. That's all Facebook's doing. Right. Top tip: if you're going to solder battery plugs on, only cut one wire at a time. Don't cut them both off, because if these two touch each other, nasty. We're not doing invites with this one, Tony. It's just me stuffing around for a bit, mate. Quick, simple. Rolf, best thing to do, bang up some pictures after the feed. Tag myself or whoever that you want to see whatever it is you're posting. That made sense. Give us a tag so we can check it out, what it is you want to post. Right, I'm going to use my little knife here. What I should do actually first is plug the solder in, which I will do. I will do that. So it's nice and hot. Bear with me. Right, so there is a big announcement too, but I'm going to make you wait for that. What do you reckon? You want to wait around for that, or should I just drag it out? He built a Mad Max truck. Have I seen it? Hamish is keen for some big news. I bet you are, Hamish. It's so good. It is so good. You guys are going to be pumped. What are you booing about, mate? Harley's joined us. Thanks for joining, Harley. Besides Dean's, what other plugs are good? XT90s, I think they are. They're supposed to be pretty good. I just use Dean's, Tony. I've never ever had an issue. I've never melted one. Dean's works for me, so that's what I stick with. These, I believe, they're your XT90s. Banana plugs, whatever you want to call them. They're supposed to be pretty good. Don't use Tamiya plugs. Though in saying that, depends on what you're driving. With the old Tamiya trucks, my old ones I used to use, I had Tamiya plugs on that. Never had an issue with it. So, Zach wants to know the big news. I bet you do, Zach. Oh, God. I will very soon. I will. I promise, Zach. I wouldn't let you down, buddy. Come on, solder it on. I wish I'd plugged it in before the feed now. I would like... Actually, what I need to do... Yeah, Racing has released a portable soldering iron. I'm going to get myself one of those. Rolf doesn't think I've seen it. Man, after the feed, smash up some pictures. We all want to see it. We love all kinds of RC here. I've had people message me in the past and they'll send me pictures of their buggies and stuff like that. They're like, oh, I thought I'd send it to you instead of putting it in the group. It's like, dude, we've got people in this group that love everything from trucks, crawlers, buggies, drifters, whatever. So if you're watching this and you've got an RC and you think you shouldn't post it because most of the stuff's crawlers or whatever, post up some pictures. If it's RC, I said to Johnny the other day, he said, all I've got is RC parts. Dude, post up some pictures. I'll check out your RC parts. Jacob Chest has joined us. Thanks for joining, Jacob. Yeah, if you got RC stuff and you want to share it with us, do it, because we're all here for the right reason. We like checking out what people are up to. Speaking of which, what is everyone up to? Well, I'm hoping my solder hurries up and whoop, she's getting some warmth. Right, what am I doing first? My negative. So I'm sort of just going to not talk to myself. I'm not rude, but I'm just going to talk through what I'm doing. I don't know how much you're going to see. It's hard for me to move this around so that you can see everything I'm doing and so forth and so on. I'm no pro at this, so if you don't like what I've done, don't care. Okay. Tony, I tried a butane solder and gun. It didn't work. Why didn't it work? Hamish has his movie on pause because he's waiting for the big news. I love dragging stuff out on these feeds. It's good fun. Okay, so we'll do what we always do. If you want the news, smash some loves and likes and such. Give the share a feed. Yeah, this stuff in your eyes can't be good for you. Give the share a feed. It's free. There might be more people that want to see where Hannah's at with the truck or the bargain I got last night. Blimey, No, bloomin'. Yes. Bloomin' Aussies. There's actually an English fellow that lives not too far from me, Hamish, that says that all the time. Bloomin' hell. No constant heat. Well, that's a bit crap, mate. This here, $15 soldering iron. It's outdone $80 soldering irons. I hate wasting money on stuff like that. So I've put a nice little blob of solder on my Dean's plug, heated that up, made sure it's sucked to it. Now I'm going to tin, stay. I'm going to tin the battery wire. Essentially, I'm going to hold the solder and hold the heat on the exposed wire on the negative lead. I'm going to hold it there until I see the solder suck in to the wire. That's what you got to do. If you just put a blob on the outside, you're going to end up with a shitty connection. This stuff's not good. If anyone's curious, I see a lot of people saying, do you use flux and all that sort of nonsense? This solder has the flux in it. Smarts. Right, so the big newsy stuff. You guys seem to love, upcoming builds and all that sort of thing. So I have another build plan. Would you like to know what it is? Anyone want to know what the build is? Right, it's just starting to suck the solder in now. You know if the lead is hot enough to suck the solder in, if you can hold your solder on the other side to where your soldering iron is and it starts to melt. Top tip for free. I hate doing battery bloody leads. I really do. It's probably my least favourite thing about the hobby. Soldering bloody battery leads. Get that horrible daggy mess off there. Right, so, yeah, new build coming up. And it's going to be a biggie. Can confirm I'm going to build the Cross RC BC8. Is there a clap emoticon thing for there? Because there should be. Because, I mean, who's excited about that? BC8. Now, there is going to be live unboxing. Of course. It is going to be probably pretty bloody long. Because I'm going to go through everything. I don't care if some people get bored watching it. If you don't like what you're seeing, you can always just leave. That's the bonus with Facebooks. So, there's going to be a live unboxing. It will be extensive. There's just no two ways about that. I've got a heat shrink here somewhere. Right, top tip, don't forget your heat shrink. Put it on before you solder your bloody plug, because if you don't, you're going to swear. It's true, happens to me. Not all the time, I was going to say all the time. Jim, I always burn myself. Tony, I destroyed my first lipo by cutting both wires. That's why I said you don't cut both, Tony. When I first got into RC, I was changing a plug on a nickel metal battery, and I cut both wires. I mean, what the hell? Luckily, they didn't stay together. I did have the smarts to cut one slightly shorter than the other, but they still managed to touch it. Anyway, so you only ever cut one off at a time. That wire's all tinned now, and hopefully I can hold this on my plug, heat up the top of the battery wire, the heat will go through, melt both, and I can blob them together in a pretty blob. That's what we're going for. You guys can't see it, but I've got to concentrate on this. I don't want to go burning myself. So yeah, happy times. BC8 confirmed. BC8. Jim, you're not alone. I need iron gloves. Look, if it saves you burning yourself, do it. Do whatever works. Right, let's see if this cooperates for me. I hate doing this. I hate it because the battery wires are so thick, you've got to get so much heat in them to make the solder underneath melt. And a lot of times, no, not yet, because that's hot. A lot of times it just doesn't cooperate. Jim, I get hurt cleaning fish. What are you doing with the fish, Jim? Hamish says that's really awesome. Can't wait to see the truck. Me either, dude. I'm pumped about it. I don't care who you are. If you don't like that truck, there's something wrong with you. Cindy's joined us. Thanks for joining, Cindy. Epic. What is that cheesy iron? Dude, call it whatever you want. This has outlasted $80 soldering irons. That's why I still got it, because all the others died. Leave me alone, Robert. It does the job, man, all right? You might have to have a little patience sometimes, but it does the job. I'm really not helping myself with my iron setup here. Bear with me. I wasn't overly prepared for this, so I was just going to show people Hannah's truck, because that's all they wanted to see. Right, turn this around this way so the weight is correct. Try not to burn myself. If I burn myself, I'm blaming all of you guys. If you haven't got a helping hand and you do a lot of soldering, get a helping hand, because they are bloody magic. They are. Right, let me just adjust this. I'm so not organised today. I was just excited to show people the progress Hannah's made with her truck, because she's done an awesome bloody job, I reckon. Right, tent number 2. See if this cooperates for me. Right. Melties. Come on. If this doesn't work, I'll do it after the feed, because I'm not going to mess with it for ages. That will aggravate the crap out of me. Oh, it's melting. Nah, it's not cooperating. This is why I hate doing battery leads. But everything the wrong way. I'm going to do it when I'm concentrating. But anyway, it can be a short one today. So yeah, BC8 incoming. I don't have the exact date yet. There's Cross has got to get out the pre-orders and that sort of such first before I said to him, get your orders out before you worry about mine. So people that have paid their money and they want their trucks, they get it first. I said, put me last. I'll get a truck when I get a truck. Here's your money. I'll get a truck. So yeah, BCA confirmed. One more time, big round of applause for Hannah. Got to show it. Hannah's progress on her wicked truck. She's done an awesome job. Awesome job. First RC build, she smashes out a damn your truck. Awesome work, love. Right. And then there was the bargain from earlier, which I'm not going to worry about showing again. Tony says safety glasses. Can't you see them? They're the new invisible kind. No? Okay. Look, Tony, you got to be doing something wrong, I reckon, to get something hitting you in the face when you're soldering. Just saying. I've never ever worn safety glasses while soldering. I've never ever had an issue with it. So the day will come, and I'll blame Tony because he brought it up. The day will come now that I'll get splattered in the eye with something. I'll be like, that bloody Tony. All right, so we're gonna cut this one off. I'm gonna solder these after the feed because it's too hard to talk and concentrate and all that sort of stuff at the same time. I haven't got everything set up how I'd really like it either. So Michael Woods joined us right when we're about to can it. Sorry, mate. Do us a favour. Give the feed a share. The more shares we get, the more people that see it. I want to get more people seeing these feeds that want to see their stuff on the feeds. So yeah, I'm doing what I can to try and have more cool stuff coming all the time. 99.95% of what you guys see on these feeds comes from my pocket. So it gets expensive. It does. I've got to sell some RC stuff. I've got to sell, if any of you guys are interested. Postage actually shouldn't be too bad. I've got to sell my little Mazda MO5, the little green one. I'm going to sell the Honda City Turbo wheelie car by Tamiya. I've got a Formula 1 car. If I can pick it up without breaking it. Don't know how many of you guys have seen this or remember it. I bought this car because it was cheap and it looked pretty on my shelf. But I need to put funds into other projects. So This thing is upgraded to the hilt. It's got all the fancy stuff under there, except the motor and an ESC or a servo. so yes, I'm going to start moving on some of my old RCs so that I can put some money into my new RCs and get more cool projects. And building them is half the fun for me. So I love having new builds and I love seeing what I can create. Tony, the Bronco, never going to be sold. Sorry. It's just how it is. That was just a gift to me, so that one stays. I'm going to unplug that solder before I burn my face off. Lovely. All right, well, I hope you all enjoyed the feed. I hope it was good. Well done, Hannah. Well done me for the score last night. That was just awesome. Yeah, so there's going to be a few RCs coming up for sales. No crawler stuff, which I know probably sucks and you guys hate me for it, but I'm essentially going to try and move on the stuff that's not crawler related so I can get more crawler related and or truck related stuff. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. Lovely. All right, thank you very much for watching the feed. If you'd like to see more, share them, like them, the whole deal, and I'll see if I can do more. If there's any subjects you want to see, whether it be soldering, I won't do battery wise because I'll give myself the shits. I can show you guys how I solder normal wires and all that sort of thing, and possibly at some stage light kits and that sort of thing. If there's different themes of feeds you want to see, Rolf. No, the Bronco is an MST CXW. CFX. One of them. That's what it is. Because you guys like seeing these things. This is the little Bronco. Now, quite a while back, before I was sponsored by anyone, I built a truck. I built a truck for A-Main Hobbies to say thank you to the people that I know at A-Main Hobbies. They're brilliant guys. I built a truck dedicated to A-Main Hobbies and sent it to them. It was the Tamiya racing truck. If you scroll down the page or search racing truck, scroll down, you should see pictures of it. I built a truck and I sent it to them. And I sent it to them because I wasn't going to use it. I mean, this F1 car, never been driven. I bought it because it's pretty. But yeah, I've got to move some of the pretty stuff so I can build some more tough stuff that I'll take out and use. Yeah, so I sent them a truck and they sent me this, which is pretty epic. And it's a wicked little bit of kit. You guys can't see crap. Wicked little crawler. Does such a good job for what it is. Lovely. So yeah. What wheelbase the body? I don't know where my ruler's gone. I believe it's a Tamiya body. I believe they are it's either 252. Yeah, it must be. It's not 267. 252, I believe it is, or 242. One of the two. I can measure it after the feed if you like, and I'll shoot you the measurement of that. But yeah, wicked little truck. There are cheaper versions of these bodies that do not have the fancy grille. Tamiya makes that brilliant looking grille with all the chrome and such. Really nice detailed light buckets. You'll see the cheap ones have this line. You see that line across there? A lot of Tamiya bodies have that. That's how you know if someone's copied their body. There is the little RGT Rock Cruiser Bronco body. Same body without the grille. It's just got a sticker. So, yeah. If you want the measurement of the wheelbase, mate, I'll measure it after the feed if you like. All right, lovely. I'm going to go and have a coffee because that one was good and I want more. On the next one. Oh, don't wait. It had a fail. Right. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we shall see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.